Today is a special one because we're going to be touring suburbia at its finest, and that is the village of Lancaster and also the town of Lancaster. Where we are right now, we'll start inside the village and then we'll work our way back towards the town, towards Pleasant View, towards Harris Hill, and all those different streets and again in and around. So as you can tell, this is the village. So as we're coming in, rolling in right now, this is actually the village of Lancaster. And as you can see, it's older for sure, and it started in like 1800. I don't even know, 1799. Let's call it that, just to make it sound cooler. But the village of Lancaster is very old, very small community, but it is a super backed community as well, especially when it comes to them and their high school and the things that they do as a community inside the village and also the town. And I would just describe, again, as always, from my perspective, different restaurants as we drive through, different places, and then the things that you can really expect as you guys are starting to live inside of Lancaster. Now, as we're flowing through the village right here, I would say, like I said, a little bit older, especially when it comes to the homes and the housing as well. Up and down Broadway, which we are right now, and going up and down Harris Hill Road, and then swinging back inside the town, that'll be up and down Transit Road. Now, Frosties, like I said, as we're coming up and down here, it's almost like a Frosties everywhere. I mean, Frosties is, you know, they have them in almost every town. When it comes to the town of Lancaster, you will go, there's only one high school, same thing. So all the kids inside this district will go to high school and at the Lancaster school. Now, it does branch off because Clarence is like basically right next door. It does branch off to go into some parts, depending on what sector of Lancaster you're in, more of the town than anything. You may or may not go to Clarence High School. So it just depends on how it breaks out. Remember, Buffalo is huge on school districts. Is not so much you can pick any high school you go to. Whatever district you're in is the high school that you go to. So as we're pulling up, as you can see, these houses are a lot older, mostly like the A-style frames. You may have some bungalows here and there, but mostly the A-style frames. A lot of these were built probably 30s, 40s, 50s. Once we get inside the town, though, you'll find more of your subdivisions. So you'll find more of your newer houses, early 2000s, late 1990s, maybe some in the 80s, depending on how far you up Harris Hill. So that's always something to think about once you come in here. Especially right now, because these are going to be a lot more of your first time home buyers over here. Now, you know, depending on what you like, depending on the character, the things that you want, you can easily, you know, find something nice, big, and spacious for sure. But you're also going to want to think about the age. You know, a 100-year-old house is going to have 100-year-old problems. But a lot of the people, you know, they love that character. They love that charm here. Look at all the babies going to school. They love the character, love the charm here. That's why they pick a lot of these older houses. And again, I mean, you don't have that cookie cutter feel like everybody on the block has the same house as you either. So there's a lot of different pros and cons, especially with the housing out here. Now, you can still find something for about 150 to about 200,000-ish, but when it comes to the town of Lancaster, you probably won't find anything under 275, 300. I mean, the max you'll probably pay is around probably like 600,000, 700, if that. But on average, for sure, you're definitely looking to be around probably 350 to about 400 on average. You won't find anything under 300 for sure. Look at that old clock. And then here we got that big old blue, what I call a water tower all the time. It looks like a big blue jug of water. So that if you guys do notice, every single town has a different color trash can. And the only reason why I point that out because it's trash day to day for Lancaster. But Cheektowaga is like a dirty brown and green. Lancaster and Clarence is actually black and red. Inside the city of Buffalo is blue. So depending on what town you're in, your trash can gonna be different. It's a small but hidden detail. But that's actually a good detail, because when you guys do move here, you actually have to buy your trash can from the town. They don't just give them to you. And that's in most suburban areas inside of Buffalo. Like it sounds crazy, but you actually have to go buy the trash can. Right now, actually, Clarence is, and the only reason why I noticed because my client just bought a house in Clarence, they're actually giving them away for free right now. So instead of paying $50 for Modern, you might as well go ahead and try to sneak you in one for free right now if y'all watching this video and you're in Lancaster. So this is basically the downtown of Lancaster. You can see the sign right there. Now, they do have a big opera house here. You just seen by the sign. That's definitely something to do. And they take a very good pride in that as well. And this is Picasso's, a super good pizza spot. The only ones I really go to is this one if I'm out this way. Or I'll go to the one, what is the street? Is it on Transit? Yeah, Transit. Yes, Transit. Right by it's a Starbucks over there. I should have known that. But right by Transit. So this is really the village of Lancaster right here. We're on Central. This is West Main to our left. So there's a bunch of old shops. And like I said, a couple pubs, restaurants over here. You got a dog barber. You got a cafe to your left. Like I said, this is really where a lot of the happenings is around here inside of Lancaster. You got the attorneys right here, Scoobs, Village and Grill. Like there's a bunch of different things right here in this little street. And now, right coming out of the village, like I said, we'll head back inside of the town right now. So wanted to take you guys through the village. Is not crazy big. The town is obviously way more spread out, a little bit more to do. Now there is a lot of traffic this morning just because I done picked 8:42 a.m. to start filming and stuff, but I'll turn down one of these back streets up here, and then that way I can show you guys something so you can really see how things start to open up a little bit more, the houses change a little bit more. And then here's actually the high school to the right. So this is actually Lancaster High School right here. Pretty big school. Like they have a fairly large student population here, which is really nice. Again, everybody in the village and then everybody inside of the town, once you live in, inside the school district, all go to this particular high school. Now, when I remember playing them in high school, they were pretty good. Like, especially I remember my freshman year and sophomore year, they were definitely good. And then my junior year and senior year, we had a pretty good solid team ourselves. So it was good. But I remember my freshman year and sophomore year, the high school had a very good sports program, and I still think they do. I think they're still pretty dominant in a lot of segments, especially when it comes to the football, basketball. But definitely a very good high school. Now there are some rumors about them. Lancaster does, and this is probably one con to it, but Lancaster in the entirety itself, and people may or may not disagree, but they definitely have what's called a drug problem amongst the population. Now, everybody always harp on Buffalo for, the killings and the shootings and things like that, but they never talking about, what goes on out here in the suburbs, which is definitely a big, especially during the pandemic. Everybody in every section has their cons. let's get into the town, show you guys some residential houses over here. We just went by the school. Now, like I said, things are starting to spread out a little bit more. Not as tight together as you'll see inside this the village that we just came from. We're about to turn on Pleasant View, and I want to show you guys what I was talking about when I talk about the subdivisions. So when people were building out here, obviously, you know, you'll have like Creekwood Estates or this estate or Heather Woods or something like that, coming down in and around, you know, your neighborhood that you were building in, you know, long ago. Well, communities, I should say, long ago. So right here is Harris Hill and Pleasant View. We'll turn down here, and you can instantly see like the difference in the dynamic of the two different from the village to here. And most of these houses out here, again, because you know they all use the same developer, they'll all pretty much look like this. You can find something. Now, different square footages, you'll have different vibes and things like that as far as your home goes. But for the most part, a lot of the homes are two-story homes out here. You'll find a ranch for sure, or maybe a split level every now and again. But for the most part, this is what you'll see. Now, taxes is a big thing. Taxes are pretty expensive in Lancaster. You're definitely looking around minimum probably $7-8 grand. Like, that's for certain. That is for certain. You're probably looking around $7-8 grand for some taxes out here, like easily. Getting that roof done. Spent that 15-20 grand. Now these over here, these are probably like your $600,000, $700,000, $750,000, $100,000 homes over here. You can see how it just changed that quick on those two blocks. Now you probably have 400, 500 over there, maybe 350 depending on if it was a ranch or not. But these a lot bigger. You can see a little, you know, a little more design, a little more custom feel to them. Like these are probably easily going for 650, 700, depending on, you know, the inside of the house, the remodels and things like that. Especially in the market right now. Oh boy, I can only imagine if one of these go up for sale, how quickly they'll be gone, and for how much they will go for. And it was sitting on the cul-de-sac too. And it was actually 45 Ream was up for sale. That one went $90,000 over. No exaggeration. Me and my clients put in an offer. It was at 435 to you, 90 grand over. It's crazy right now. So where I want to take you guys, these are pretty much the neighborhoods you guys can expect to see in and around Lancaster, no matter what the streets you turn down, and I don't want to bore you guys with that. But I mean, no matter where you are in Lancaster inside the town, you pretty much gonna find the houses of this similar caliber. There's another John and Mary's in Cheektowaga, and I think there's one more in North Buffalo. I'm not sure if that one is still up or not, but here's the Delavant, well, Salvatore's. This is big, really, I mean, real nice hotel. We stay there for, you know, a nice little staycation, or if you guys want to come and stay in Lancaster once you're here, that's a nice hotel. Really, really good steakhouse. I don't eat red meat or pork anymore, but if I was, I would probably go there, or the Chop House in Buffalo, or actually his father, which is actually Russell Salvatore, who's the big dog. That's actually his son's hotel. So the son and the dad have a hotel together, which is pretty wavy. So here is Genesee in Transit. Over to our left, that's pretty much going back into Cheektowaga. If we kept going to our right, that's pretty much going, you know, staying in Lancaster. If we go forward, we're staying in Lancaster. Now there's a Cracker Barrel up here, there's Transit Road, Peter Gourmet, all these sorts of different things that you guys can eat while you're in Lancaster itself. Back that way is a couple more things, more offices and things like that. So if you wanted some retail space or something like that, you could have made a left on Pleasant View and Transit. Up here is going to be, like I said, your Aldi's dealer, more high-end dealerships, and also we're going to start to get into some food and some eats, and basically like a big plaza community up here. And I'll show you guys this real quick, and we'll wrap up this tour. So you'll see to the right, this is the Garden Place. Now, remember father and son I was just talking about? This is the father. So this is actually the original hotel. Son built it down the street. Now there's a long history. I don't know the full story. I don't talk about stuff I don't know. So I just know Pop's got a hotel here, and he also has this huge, like, mega community that they built for him up here, and his son has the hotel down the street. Great family business. I mean, that's pretty dope. You really don't get much better than that. 3 hotels inside the family. It's pretty nice. So there used to be a Bob and John's or Bob and Evans or whatever it was here. These are a couple more hotels right here, but they changed this into the Anchor Bar. Now, this is not the original Anchor Bar whatsoever. The original is downtown, basically on Main Street. Now, as we're coming up here, you have everything. You got actually a college back here, which is Trocare. You got a couple more hotels. You have Cracker Barrel, best pancakes in the world. King Crab, car wash to the left. You have a restaurant, but they closed that restaurant to do COVID testing there. You just have everything right here on this street. And this is actually the second Picasso's I was talking about earlier in the video that you have. Regal Cinema, Car Star to get your car fixed. Tim Hortons, everybody loves Tim Hortons. And you really just have every single thing on this strip right here. So I'll take you guys up about a half mile more to show you guys where you can, you know, your Aldi's and things like that, because I need to go get some eggs. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys don't already know, my name is Devontae Davis, local realtor in and around the Buffalo area. If you guys are moving to here, or you guys are already in here looking to, you know, bounce around the city, maybe you want a new apartment or a new house, make sure you guys hit me up. You know, I love, oh, real quick, the Bellas. Besides Wegman subs, the Bella subs, one of the best subs you'll ever have in your life. I promise. I can guarantee, the way Denzel believed in Blue Magic, I believe in the Bella subs. Now, I'm dieting right now, so I can't eat them, but it is good. And this is also a great another taco space right here. It's called Salito Lindinos. I always mess it up, but it's dumb good. So if you guys already know, my name is Devontae Davis. Hit me up, call, email, text. I would love to be of service. I promise you guys I'm going to keep bringing these guys to you. If you guys need anything, make sure you guys let me know in the comment box, or anything else that I could be of service to. Any videos that you guys want to see, I'll run you guys around this plaza. I'm going to go to Aldi's and get some eggs so I can eat some breakfast today, and I will see you guys in the next one.